Hi, class. I just wanted to talk you through some of the revisions I made to the end of our course timeline to account for us going online during this coronavirus outbreak. If you can see on the left here, this is the old plan from back at the beginning of the semester when things all seemed to be normal. Um, and if you move over here, this is the original weight of the assignments. And then this is in violet here, this column is the after the coronavirus, the new plan. And so I'm going to talk through this with you and with some of my reasoning behind this, because I think that might be useful. First of all, you've already done Unit 1, which is fantastic. That's done. What's going to happen is I'm going to add 5% to Unit 1 from the canceled Unit 3, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Similarly, you're in the process of writing Unit 2. So obviously, Unit 2 was due last week, the first draft for a peer response, but I have changed that on the homework timeline so that your first draft is due on Wednesday. So the new due date, the final due date for your argumentative essay 2 plus your cover letter will be Sunday, April 5th at 10 p.m. And please know that this is negotiable. I just want to make sure that everybody stays on track. So please email me if you'd like an extension, and that will probably be possible. I'll probably require you to meet with me to talk about it just like I normally do, however, and that may happen via email. And as you can see here, I'm adding 5% from the canceled Unit 3. So Unit 3 is actually a really fun unit in that I have you research a writing issue that you have questions about. And then I have you create an excuse me, and then I have you create a writing studio resource based on, again, a grammar issue that you were working on, or sometimes students do genre handouts, like how do you write a personal essay. Sometimes students have done videos. Anyway, so this unit is fun, but it's also very interactive, and I just couldn't imagine putting it online and having it be as successful. So I decided to cancel that because it is non-essential, and I have moved the points up into your official essays. Now we're moving into the research project, which was formerly Unit 4. So we're jumping straight from Unit 2 to Unit 4, the research project. And I got rid of the Writing Studio resource so that you'd actually have more time and points for feedback with your research project, since you'll be doing most of it online, or all of it online, rather. The research project itself has stayed the same, but there will not be an oral presentation. Instead, I will reprioritize, cancel that oral presentation and reprioritize. So I'll move that 5% to, or I'll move the annotated bib and rhetorical prospectus, which are the pre-writing activities for the research project, up into this category. So those will count for 5% of your grade. And you'll get a lot more feedback on those and time to work on those as well. So your final project is still worth 25% of your grade, and as I said, we'll keep it, but you'll get more time. I think that this, again, makes more sense than trying to jam too much into what is probably seems to be quite a big transition for everybody. So the due date is the same for the final project. It's Friday, May 8th at 9 a.m. So keep that in mind. So your tutoring observation. This has taken a little bit of tweaking, but overall, I guess the aim is the same. So we're going to keep this assignment. We're going to revise it. All right. So if you've already done both the participant and the unobtrusive observation, great. Write about both of them for 10 points extra credit. All right. You are on top of things. If you've only done one observation, that's totally fine. Write it up. There's no need for another observation. If you haven't done any yet, then I'll ask you to sign up for one online tutoring appointment at the Writing Studio, since we're moving online. Then I'm going to have you write it up, comparing your online experience to what an in-person appointment might be like. So to sum that up, if you've done both, you'll get extra credits as long as you talk about both appointments. And if you did one, write it up as if had done both. And then if you haven't done any, sign up for an online tutoring appointment and you'll get full points. The deadline for that obviously is Friday, May 8th, but keep in mind that we close on reading day. Reading journals, I've revised them a little bit, so I've moved the annotated bibliography and the rhetorical prospectus assignments up into the slot where the oral presentation used to be. So those will be worth 5% total, and you'll get more time and feedback with them. I'm also adding self-revision and self-activities that aren't reading responses, but those activities will happen with your research project, and they'll be up on Canvas, and so those will add to the reading journal grade. Now, participation, obviously I'm going to keep a participation grade, but I want to prioritize, okay? So just like previously, right, participation in online discussions will count towards your participation grade. Same with the quality of your peer response. Instead of, again, preparedness for class and attendance and promptness, which is kind of weird when you're meeting online, I substituted communicating with your professor and any peers who are relying on you when you need more time or something happens. So part of your participation grade is really communicating with everybody involved, letting us know what's going on. Don't just ghost us, okay? So that's what's going to count towards the remainder of your participation grade. So the second page of this handout has the new assignment weights and what is going where. So I will let you read this over because, again, you have this in document form, but hopefully my justifications for what I've cut and why I've cut it and what I've moved around are helpful to you as we move forward in our new online format. If you have questions, please let me know. There are multiple ways to get a hold of me. See that communication plan, and I will talk to you soon.